Hello ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to this video. A very warm welcome to another video of mine. Well, today I'm gonna talk about the planet Venus. Venus is getting combust from the 20th of February 2021 to 21st April 2021, and it will be passing through the zodiac signs of Aquarius, Pisces and the Aries sign. While Venus will be combust only for 7 days in the last phase of its combustion, in the Aries zodiac sign, while passing through the Aquarius and Pisces zodiac signs, it will be totally combust. So for 7 days it will be combust in the Aries sign, and it will be entirely combust during its travel in Aquarius Pisces sign. So what can people expect from this combustion of Venus? Venus represents glamour, creativity, artists, music, actors, any sort of pleasures, luxuries, wealth, easy money. For males, it represents the women in your life, your wife, your lover. And during this combustion of Venus, all these things will get affected in your horoscope. So let me start predicting about the combustion of Venus for various ascendants, for various moon signs. Let me start by talking about the Aries moon sign, Aries ascendant people. Venus will be combust in your 11th house, 12th house and over your ascendant or over your moon sign. So at this point in time, during these 57 days, you will not be able to earn the kind of money you wanted to. You will not be able to earn money in your business, or you will not get that money which you were expecting at this point in time. Wasteful expenditures during this time cannot be ruled out. For people who were postponing that surgery, then at this point in time, they will go in for that surgery. And for people who are wanting to go abroad, their plans would get postponed at this moment. They may eventually go abroad, but for the time being, their plans will get shelved. A small illness during this time cannot be ruled out for Aries moon sign, Aries ascendant people. Well, for Taurus moon sign, Taurus ascendant people, your ascendant lord, your moon sign lord will get combust. And this combustion would be in your 10th house, 11th house and 12th house. So during this time, your work may get affected negatively. You might get distracted from your goals and dreams at this point in time. Your profits in business or in your profession will considerably reduce at this point in time. Unnecessary travel during this time cannot be ruled out. There can be a lot of disturbance from the elders of your family. They could be your elder brothers, your sisters, or your uncles or aunts. Anybody who is elder to you in your family may disturb you at this point in time, and you will get irritated and exasperated completely with them. Your relationship with your elders may deteriorate. Well, for Gemini moon sign, Gemini ascendant people, I want to tell you all that Venus will be combust in your 9th house, 10th house and 11th house. So at this point in time, you will see delays in your work. You will see obstacles and hurdles in your work. If you were supposed to get a job at this point in time, it may be that your employer tells you to join at a later date. Your efforts during this time will not yield good results for you. If you were planning to start a new business, then things would get delayed on that front. Gemini moon sign, Gemini ascendant people, at this point in time, you will have a lot of arguments and debates with your colleagues and peers in your workplace. You will be irritated to the hilt by your colleagues and peers at this point in time, because they will be trying to pull you down in front of your bosses and superiors. I'd suggest you all to lie low at this point in time. You should remain quiet and not in the limelight if you are doing a job. And if you don't do so, this can have serious repercussions in your job at a later date. Well, for Cancer moon sign, Cancer ascendant people, I want to tell you all that the combustion of Venus will be taking place in your 8th house, 9th house and 10th house. So during this time you may fall ill and you may face all sorts of obstacles and hurdles in your life. You may be unable to complete your tasks in time. Your business will remain slow at this point in time. The flow of money in your business may reduce considerably and you will have to work very hard in your business. You may have to work very hard in your job to get things done. I mean your work. Well, for Leo moon sign, Leo ascendant people, I want to tell you all that Venus will be in your 7th house, 8th house and 9th house and it will be combust for 57 days. So during this time, you may face opposition from your family members. You will not be having a cordial relationship with your family at this point in time, especially with your spouse. You will face different sort of problems from your spouse and your family at this point in time, and you will feel staying away from your family and your spouse. You may undertake small journeys which may not be fruitful for you. You will face hardships in completing your projects at this point in time, whether you are in business or in a job. Well, if you are in the stock market, let me tell you all, please do not make any sort of fresh investments at this point in time. Well, for Virgo moon sign, Virgo ascendant people, I want to tell you all that Venus will be combust in your 6th house, 7th house and 8th house. So during this time, you can face some problems from your secret enemies. These secret enemies can be at your workplace. I mean your colleagues and peers. They might badmouth you in front of your bosses and superiors at this point in time. And hence your superiors and bosses will believe them and they will start to dislike you in many ways because of this behavior of your colleagues and peers. People who are having chronic disease, I want to tell you all, you need to be careful at this point in time because your illness, your chronic disease may aggravate at this point in time. For people who are in debt, I'd suggest you all to pay your monthly installments of that debt, that loan, that EMI on time. Well, for Libra moon sign, Libra ascendant people, your ascendant lord, your moon sign lord will be getting affected at this point in time. I mean, it will be combust at this point in time. And it will be in your 5th house, 6th house and 7th house. So during this time, I'd suggest you all not to gamble at any point in time because there's a strong chance of you losing money. If you are in love, I want to tell you all that you might have some misunderstandings, fights and debates with your love partner at this point in time. Well, for students, this time is not gonna be a good time for you all, as you will lose your focus and attention on your studies. It will be difficult for you to study at this point in time. The reason for this would be your opposite sex will distract you and they would divert your attention from your studies. So my suggestion to y'all would be, do not mingle with the opposite sex at this point in time. Libra ascendant people, Libra moon sign people may lose their focus on their work as well. Well, for Scorpio moon sign, Scorpio ascendant people, I want to tell you all that Venus will be combust in your 4th, 5th and 6th house during this 57 days. So during this time, you will stay very unhappy. You may be unhappy with your business, with your children, with your work at this point in time. You may face delays in your work at this point in time. You will practically lose interest in your work and this will reduce your business considerably. One of your elders may face some health issues at this point in time. Your children at this point in time may not listen to you and hence this will add to your frustration. Well, for Sagittarius moon sign, Sagittarius ascendant people, I want to tell you all that Venus will be in your third house, fourth house and fifth house during these 57 days. So during this time, you may work hard, but you may not get your desired results at this point in time. Your efforts behind your work will go a complete waste. You may feel that your family, your spouse is your biggest enemy at this point in time, because you will feel the great effort you have put behind that relationship is not yielding that kind of desired results. It is not giving you happiness which you think you deserve. Hence, this will compel you to stay away from your family and your spouse at this point in time. You will lose interest in your family and your spouse. Well, for Capricorn moon sign, Capricorn ascendant people, I want to tell you all that Venus will be combust in your second house, third house and fourth house. So during this time, your expenses may increase. You may have to meet with those expenses after breaking your savings. Your finances will be in a complete disarray. And if you had made any sort of investments anywhere, then you wouldn't be seeing any sort of profit at this point in time. You will find it very difficult for you to make your ends meet. There can be disputes, fights and arguments within your family for finances. But I'd suggest you all to remain calm and be discreet when you deal with your family or spouse, because your family or your spouse may not like your harsh words. Well, for people who are in business, I want to tell you all that please do not make any sort of investments in your business at this point in time. Aquarius ascendant people, Aquarius moon sign people, I want to tell you all that Venus will be combust in your ascendant or over your moon sign, in the first house, in the second house and in the third house during these 57 days. So during this time, your confidence will be shattered. You will not be confident on what you are doing at this point in time. Your decisions regarding your work may go haywire, and you will feel later on it would have been better for you not to have taken a decision at this point in time. So if you are taking a very crucial, critical decision at this point in time, I would suggest you all to postpone it. A small illness at this point in time cannot be ruled out for you all. People who are trying to accumulate money may not able to because of certain expenses they will be facing during this time. Well, for Pisces moon sign, Pisces ascendant people, I want to tell you all that Venus will be combust in your 12th house, in your ascendant, in your second house. So during this time, you might face some wasteful expenses. You might face some unwanted expenses at this point in time. You might travel abroad at this point in time. But this trip of yours may not be fruitful at all. You might have to help a family member at this point in time with your money. I'd suggest you all not to give money to your friends or relatives at this point in time, because you may not get that money later on. If you are expecting them to give it back to you, you may have to work very hard at this point in time to get your work done in your business or in your job. Well, this pretty much completes my predictions for all moon sign, for all ascendant signs. If you want specific predictions, then you can contact me directly. Well, like I always say, that if you wish to know your future through astrology and you are determined to live the best possible version of yourself, well, one must always try to live his or her best version of themselves, because there is only one life to live. And besides that, if you want to earn a lot of money in your life, if you want to see richness in your life, if you want to face success and prosperity again and again, and you want to be filled with positivity, and you want to experience peace, tranquility and calmness in your life, which is most important for human beings, and you are hell-bent on taking your life from the ridiculous to the sublime, from the low point to the high point, from nothing to something, then you can contact me over WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number has been given on this video. Have a great day and a great life ahead. God bless you all. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma Kali.